Yo, it's your boy John Hyatt back once again with another reaction video. How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? I got some stuff on the table in the back. I don't want y'all to see too much of what's going on behind me. Let me scoot up a little bit right here. So check it out. Look, everybody knows I'm a hip hop head. I'm a hip hop fan. I do not claim to know everything there is to know about hip hop, so I like finding out new things. I'm just now in the space where I'm an entrepreneur, solopreneur, whatever you want to call that. And I'm having fun in this space. It's getting monetized, it's bringing in some income and things like that, and I'm loving it. We're reacting to a letter from Prodigy. Now, everybody, Prodigy from the group Mobb Deep, the infamous Mobb Deep, out of Queens, New York. Him and Havoc had a group. If you know, you know. If you don't, you can go research that and check it out. But Prodigy was the other half of that group, and he had his own solo album. He ended up dying. He had sickle cell. He ended up dying. These were one of the notorious groups that was feuding with Tupac. So anyway, long story short, somewhere in between there, Prodigy ends up going to jail. I believe it's on a weapons or guns charge or something like that. He does his time in jail, but during that time period, he actually writes a letter from jail. I heard about this letter. I remember skimming through it years ago, but I think if you're a hip-hop head, you definitely want to hear what's in this letter here. Now, they have some other ones out there that I think they kind of took some stuff out or changed some things. But this letter here, this is the one you can't ignore, the yellow paper. Remember the yellow paper? And he writes it on. This one here, he's kind of speaking in code. And I found it very interesting. So I haven't seen this in years. I'm going to react to it with you with the new stuff. And let's go on and let you know what I think. And here we go. Success.
Tuesday, 1 a.m. in my cell at Mid-State Corrections. My first moment of clarity. The exact moment in time when I discovered that the entire planet was being lied to and was put under a spell to keep us unaware of it was back in 1996, around the time Biggie got locked up for the Tech 9 in his house. Biggie was in the newspaper that day with handcuffs on, being led by 2 or 3 cops. He had on a sweater with a big letter B on the front.
Now, y'all got to keep in mind, this letter was written, I believe, around 2003 or 4, maybe 5, somewhere in there before, the internet was jumping like it is right now. And I don't know, I'm trying to put that time frame in context because it makes a huge difference.
It was that day that I was reading one of Dr. Malachi Z. York's books. Can't remember which one.
Now, keep that name in mind, Malachi Z. York. Now, a lot of people don't know. People know who Malachi Z. York is if you're in the conscious community. Even if you're not, I mean, it's a pretty wild story, bro. Pretty wild. Anyway, keep in mind what he said about Malachi Z. York.
I believe it was titled Leviathan 666. I finished the book and started crying. I was crying for all of humanity, but mostly for my black people. 'Cause I then realized it was all a sham. The government, religions, politics, the Federal Reserve, IRS, and everything that we believe and live by is a joke. This one book didn't make me see it all. No. It was the combination of other things I've read, studied, seen, and experienced.
Anybody who's ever gone down that rabbit hole knows exactly how he's feeling right now. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Leviathan 666 just helped me connect all of the dots to make me see it's all real. Dr. York has since been set up by the FBI and Illuminati players and is now serving 135 years in a federal prison.
Now, that's definitely his opinion. Okay, now, this dude's, whatever Prodigy's writing and whatever this dude's channel is, well, shout out to the channel. I'll shout you out later on, but they don't reflect my views in my channel, okay? But what I'm saying is, y'all got to look at Malachi Z. York's story, then you'll be able to decide on your own.
His own son, Jacob York, who was deep into the rap business back in '96, orchestrated the entire setup. Africa Bambaataa and Prodigy are the only two famous rappers who speak for Dr. York and know he's innocent. Jay Z and
Woo! Now this was written before the stuff about Bambaataa was alleged. And if you know, you know, I'm not going into that. All right, so Prodigy from Mobb Deep is saying that him and Bambaataa are the only ones out of York's camp that's, what he say, keeping it real? What he say?
Jaz-O were both raised in their teen and know he's innocent. Jay Z are the only two famous rappers who speak for Dr. York and know he's innocent.
He said they're the only two famous rappers that speak for Dr. York. Well, after you see Dr. York's story, you can probably see why everybody else backed off. I'm just saying. You can see why they did, because they probably didn't know what was going on. Just like nobody knows what the real is, you know, about what was really going on, you know. But it's interesting because of the timeline.
Listen, Jay Z and Jaz-O were both raised in their teenage years in Dr. York's New Wabian community.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Now, I knew I wasn't tripping when I heard this years ago. This is Prodigy from Mobb Deep. This ain't no dude that almost made it in the game and now is exposing somebody, or some dude that's bitter and mad over something that happened with one of his, you know what I'm saying? This is Prodigy from Mobb Deep saying this.
Jaz-O were both raised in their teenage years in Dr. York's New Wabian community in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Look at the Jaz-O Originators video and you'll see them holding up Dr. York's pictures, wearing his garb, flashing his symbols. Jay Z knows the truth, but he chose sides with evil in order to be accepted in the corporate world. Jay Z conceals the truth from the black community and the world and promotes the lifestyle of the beast instead. I'm revealing some astonishing information if people would just do a little research and see. Prodigy, Dr.
I think that remember when he wrote this? Then remember what's coming out now allegedly about the people he spoke of. Maybe Prodigy probably didn't know a lot of stuff either. He was just loyal. He was loyal to these teachings. See, Malachi Z. York came out of the whole Nation of Islam camp. And what I'm learning lately is a lot of the spring off type of pseudo religious black supremacy type of religions. They all of these guys broke off from this one organization. You understand what I'm saying? This one organization birthed all these different types of I don't know anything else to call them, but kind of like pseudo religions or sub religions. It's fascinating.
New York and Africa Bambaataa are the truth. Jay Z is a goddamn lie. I have so much fire in my heart that I will relentlessly attack Jay Z, Illuminati, every other evil that exists until my lights are put out.
Now, you know, Prodigy was one of the ones. Illuminati, my mind, soul, and my body. See, secret society trying to keep their eye on me. That was the evils from Jay Z. Jay Z sampled his voice. Jay is a slick dude, bro. Like, this is fascinating to me, man.
Which is damn near impossible, because my power in the streets is incredible. I fear nothing and no one. I'm fearless, because the truth has set me free from the Illuminati, mental enslavement, and I've been empowered by God and the universe to bury these cockroaches. So that was my moment of clarity, 1996, in Laurelton, Queens, New York. I have gone through serious spiritual wars with the evil energy that once existed in my body. It took me from 1996 to 2008 to defeat the negativity that held my soul hostage all these years. Some people do it quicker, some never. And some have no negativity at all. They are special. This negativity I speak of is an actual living entity that uses us as food. We must sever our ties with it in order to see things for what they really are. This negative energy is created and harnessed by the Illuminati secret government, and they will make you spread this energy without you even knowing it.
So it sounds like to me, basically, he's saying that, look, hip-hop has become something that's violent and something I don't recognize anymore, but it's basically systematic. This is being done on purpose. That's what it sounds like he's saying to me. He's using a lot of metaphor and a lot of symbology in his language, but it's basically saying people sold their souls. Just my opinion.
But people like Jay Z are very well aware, and he was schooled by Dr. York. So if you're aware and you still spread it, what does that make you?
Thank you. That's my whole point. That's the whole point I'll be making, man, with these dudes that purposely came into the game. I ain't got nothing against bona fide street dudes coming into this game, getting their bread, changing their life. And if you notice, the bona fide ones get in here, they change their life, they get the bread, and they make a change. They eventually change their life. They clean themselves up. They start to come into a realization that maybe I shouldn't have been doing that. Okay, I'm going to use my message and my power now to uplift. Those are the bona fide ones. The fake ones are the ones who continue to perpetuate that because they have to in order to keep their status up. Man, let me get
Who and what do you represent? I'm not saying these bad things about Jay Z because we had a rap beef.
Fuck you for saying that.
This has nothing to do with our rap beef, but it does connect in a way. Jay Z is not the only aware rapper that has sided with evil, but he's the most influential. For more information of this, please stay in tune with HNIC2.com. HNIC2 the album and HNIC2 the videos collection DVD. Also my autobiography.
Did that ever come out? Did HNIC2 ever come out? Because I just saw an interview on Drink Champs with Havoc recently. I know y'all probably saw that. So Havoc was on Drink Champs. He talking about they had a new album, Mobb Deep album coming out, but shouldn't you drop HNIC2? Maybe I probably missed HNIC2. Sorry, y'all. I'm sure they probably dropped it by now. I never heard of it. I'm a Mobb Deep fan. I really stopped listening to them, honestly, that much after Black Cocaine. Like, I was like, come on, man. Y'all going a little too far with this street stuff. I mean, come on. It's like, come on, dog. But,
biography entitled My Infamous Life will be out early 2010. So please support reality rap.
He basically just going into why, where you can get his album and everything at. Like, so he pitching his album in there while you're doing it. I ain't mad at you, dog. But hey, what do you think? So what's interesting about that letter is that he was telling about how Jay Z and Jazzo came out of Dr. York's camp. Y'all got to research Dr. York. And then when you see all the symbolism and stuff that Jay Z does, and you think that is, look, it depends on what end of the spectrum you on. Some people, especially Christians, are going to say, I don't care what it is, it's all witchcraft to me. If it ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, the Bible and how to carry yourself away according to Christians, then whatever symbols outside of that is of the devil. That's what they're going to tell you. Well, if they're Christians, that's what they should be telling you. But this is the thing. If you're outside of Christianity and you study metaphysical metaphysics and science, you'll see that a lot of the symbolism that he's using is metaphysical symbolism, because that metaphysical symbolism is what Dr. York was teaching them. What some people would call witchcraft and everything, he was teaching them about how metaphors and symbolism are like synchronistic with the stars and the alignment with the cosmologies, and these are also as how the ancients taught themselves how to live longer and, you know, be wiser, and then, you know, that's the angle that they were coming from. What am I saying? Is Jay Z doing witchcraft, or is he using symbolism and esoteric knowledge to enhance his empire? That's basically what it comes down to, because Prodigy's basically saying, look, but see, Prodigy and then we're down with the Circle 7, the Nation of Gods and Earths. Dr. York comes from the Nation of Gods and Earth. A lot of that symbolism is instilled in those same teachings. So, you know, look, it's interesting to me. I just thought I'd put it out there for you. This is John Ivy once again. Tune in next time to Listen Up.